Hi guys, my name is Salima and I grew up in Mombasa on the outskirts of a village where 22,000 people live below the poverty line. So there's supposed to be a picture here of a little boy sitting and studying beside the naked flame of a kerosene lamp. I took that picture because 2 years ago when I saw it, I couldn't believe my eyes. If I did that, my mom would absolutely freak out. All we would need is for his leg to hit the kerosene lamp, or for one of his siblings to somehow knock it over, and you can only imagine what would happen in a matter of minutes. Because of this, entire villages and communities burn down every year when kerosene lamps are knocked over. 1.3 billion people rely on kerosene as their only source of light, and families living under $1 a day spend 25% of their income on this every month. That's really not okay. So when I decided what I could do about this, I thought about a lot of different options. And the option we came up with was a solar-powered backpack. We were looking for a really simple, child-centric solution. And with this, as a child walks to school every day, they're literally empowered with a tool that enables them to take control of their own education and their own futures. 4,000 backpacks will be on the ground in January. We've distributed backpacks across Kenya, Uganda, and Tanzania. And we've just moved manufacturing to East Africa, which we're super excited about because, of course, this provides more impact and employment on the ground. We have kids like Norman, who we went to his prize-giving ceremony, actually, like 3 months ago, and he was able to he stood third in his grade during his last examinations simply because he was able to study every night and because he had access to light. Something as simple as light. If kids don't have access to light, how do they do their homework? How do they get into secondary school? How do they get out of the vicious cycle of poverty? We have parents like Juma, who previously told us that he was only able to afford kerosene 3 times a week, which means that his kids could only study 3 times a week. And this heavily affected their performance in school. They weren't able to make it into secondary school, some of them. And with just one solar backpack in his family, his kids were able to study 5 hours every night, and this improved their grades significantly. Families are saving 20% of their income every month now. Kids are studying 60% more than they would. And what we've done now is we need to keep this going. So we launched a 1-for-1 model, and we've designed trendy backpacks for sale in North America. We launched with Vogue, with HSN to 95 million homes 2 months ago. Disney came on board to collaborate with us on marketing, and Lupita Nyong'o endorsed this. But I wanted to share with you a few things that I've been grappling with in the last few weeks. A lot of people told me that I couldn't do it when I first started it. There have been countless no's. When I asked Herschel for help, because they were literally the only people I knew who had answers to my questions, they told me to Google for it. When I asked a CEO for her advice, she said, "You can't do good and make money, so focus on making money because you're not Mother Teresa." And when I asked someone who was training me on a pitch for some pitch competition, they told me that because I was short, I had to wear heels for an investor to take me seriously. Yeah. And then a few weeks ago, I was doing an interview with a media reporter, and I think something I've realized is that more than people or individual people in my life that have maybe said that I couldn't do it, it's also maybe a problem with society. So she asked me whether it's hard to be a female founder in tech. And when she asked me that, my first reaction was, yeah, it's hard because we're a minority in the field. And then I hung up on her and really thought about why I said that. And it didn't really embody how I felt about it. So I wrote back to her, and this is what I said. Give me a minute while I pull it out. Siri. I said, "It was lovely speaking with you. I've been thinking about the last question you asked me, about being a female founder in tech. I wanted to come back to it through a different lens. Although we are a minority in the field, and there's not as many female founders as there should be, I don't think it's hard per se to be a female founder. I think far too many women, or society, even believe that men are better at these things. But when I think of my journey, or when I have a challenge or something to do, I don't sit there and think, wow, I wish I was a man, or this would be much easier if I was male. There's nothing that I've not been able to do just because I'm female. And if you inherently believe that you can do something, there's nothing that can stop you, and it literally does not make a difference if you're male or female. So what I wanted to say is that the no's don't matter, and focus on the yeses. We started Soular because I wanted to build a company that provides a product that can change the world. And I really believe that in 5 years, Soular will be an extremely successful company that stands to create social impact, and that shows other companies that it's completely possible to create social impact and generate revenues. And so today I'm asking you to say yes and support a backpack that is doing good and that is changing the world. We have a booth at the back. Come visit us. It's $15 off today. And the reason, or you'll see that in Soular, Soular is spelled with a U. And that's because we really believe that every person has light within. And it's all our responsibility to use that inner light to make the world a better place. And our goal is not just to give a child a light, because that's not enough. Our goal is to make sure that every child's inner light shines even brighter. Thank you.
Questions? Questions?
So I have a technical question.
Mm-hmm.
So how does this work as a backpack to light at night?
Yeah, so you can come and see it at the booth after, but there's a solar panel on it, and it attaches to a battery pack. And the battery pack is the thing that gets charged on the walk to school. And for every hour spent in the sun, it provides 7 hours of light, because a lamp charges, or a lamp is connected to the battery pack. Yeah.
Quick question. Who wants her to bring the backpack up here for everyone to see it? So we'll get you up in a bit, after the next presentation. You'll show off your backpack, okay?
Okay.
This is a great idea, and just curious to know, do you have any sustainability model? Because these things, a lot of companies, they come like this and go with no time. So you know that today you can sell for $30, and tomorrow somebody is selling for $3. So
Yeah.
how do you sustain in the market?
For sure. I think that a lot of one-for-one models face this problem. But I do think that the one-for-one model is the best way to ensure sustainability, which is why we decided to launch it. I think one of our biggest moves was actually to move production to Kenya. And so because of that, and generating employment on the ground, and generating impact, and also being really stringent and really strict about our social impact metrics and, I guess, measurement, hopefully that'll ensure its sustainability, and then expanding our one-for-one model as far and wide as it can go.
Question over here. What drove you to the certain countries where you actually piloted the project and are now distributing it to? What drove your focus into those particular countries?
I actually grew up in Kenya, so I saw the issue right outside the doorstep, and then decided, because of the cultural norms and the cultural similarities between Kenya and all the other East African countries, we decided that it would be best to just focus over there first, because we did a lot of user feedback and human-centered design to actually create the product, and hopefully we'll keep doing that as we expand.
they're on. Can we get a little showdown of the backpacks? They're on stage.
So that's the solar backpack. You see the solar panel there. The lamp is here, but because there's not enough sun in Toronto, I didn't actually get to charge it. And that's the 1-for-1. It comes in 3 different colors and designs.
How much are they?
Pardon? That's $69.99, and it covers the cost of both.
Thank you. If you want more information,